Hello. Today, let's see email etiquette or netiquette. So, there are no official rules governing electronic communication, but as a general rule, netiquette involves the same principles as plain old etiquette: basic courtesy, respect, and ethics. So, let's see what are the important aspects while writing an email. First one, subject line. So, subject line to summarize the message. So, make the subject line summarize the body of the email. Ask yourself, will the recipient know what this email is about? So, state your subject very clearly and precisely. Second, don't assume the recipient knows the background. So, include enough contextual information at the beginning of the email for the recipient to know what the matter is about. If in doubt, put background information in. So, here, don't assume that everyone knows about the content. Next, keep it concise. Keep the messages brief and to the point. Include enough so that it is clear and makes sense, but no more. Reply to email within 24 hours. Get in the habit of replying immediately. It is the polite thing to do, and the recipient will appreciate a prompt reply. It also makes you look efficient. Use the BCC field when sending bulk email. If you are sending email to a whole list of people, put their email addresses in BCC field. That way, the privacy of the recipient is respected, and spammers cannot harvest the email addresses for their own purposes. Don't shout at people or threaten them. Don't use all capital letters, uppercase, or oversized fonts. The reader will look likely feel they are being shouted at or even threatened. Large sized fonts greater than 12 font size are useful for people with visual impairment but are not appropriate for general use. Avoid angry outbursts. Don't send or reply to email when you are angry. Wait until you have calmed down and then compose the email. Once written and sent, it cannot be recalled. As a guide, ask yourself, would I say this to the person's face? Then you react. Correct punctuation and grammar. Use punctuation in a normal manner. One exclamation point is just as effective as five. Use correct grammar as with any written message. Lay out message for readability. Use spaces and breaks between paragraphs and long sentences to make it easier on the reader. Keep the thread. When replying to an email, use the reply option. This will keep the message in the thread and make it easier for the recipient to follow. Spelling. Check your spelling. If you don't know how to spell something, look it up in dictionary. Don't reply to all unless necessary. Think twice about sending a reply to everyone. Perhaps only selected people need to see this email. Sending it to everyone may simply be contributing to an already cluttered in tray. Acronyms, abbreviations, and emoticons are okay within reason as long as you don't overdo it, and the recipient can reasonably be expected to know what they mean. Acronyms and abbreviations are okay to use in email. Emoticons or wrinkling smile face are good when used in context. As a general rule, you probably shouldn't use them when talking to someone in authority unless you are sure. Forgetting attachments. If the reason for sending an email is to send a file, remember to include it. It's easy to forget. One strategy is to attach the file before writing the email. Sharing large files. Avoid sending file attachments larger than 1 megabyte unless it is directly necessary. Not suitable for work. Warning: some workplaces are tolerant for non work related email, though not too many these days, especially if the email you are sending contains adult material. Be sure to include the NSFW warning, not suitable for work, in the subject line. Not doing this might get someone into trouble with their boss. Chain letters, don't send them. Don't be over familiar with the recipient. As a rule, use the title or form of address that you would use in verbal communication. Don't use any form of illegal activities while writing an email. Next, email is not confidential. It is very easy for the contenders of your email to be read by others without your knowledge. So it's wise to avoid saying anything you wouldn't write on the back of a postcard. Correct priority. Only mark an email high priority when it really is. These are some of the email etiquette. While drafting an email, one need to follow all this. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.